Hey there friends, and welcome to episode 3 of my new hobo life in Magiclysm. I'm Icon, and today we are still ought to clear out more of that town, and my bigger goals for today are get myself some armor and check out that beginner's guide to magic somewhere in between, and of course keep clobbering zombies, lots of them. So let's see what we'll get here today. So from the south you hear a brush. Yeah, that's because Tough Boy here, Tuffy McTuffson, needs to be flushed out of that car here. So let's do this. So let's evade that thing one more time. I don't like it when the cars only have one corridor, but you gotta take what you get there. So for now, I'm mainly happy that I have a car to prance around. Speaking about which, this car is made in hell, or in heaven, depending on who you ask. Okay. So far, so good. I really hope that we're going to fetch yourselves a crowbar today. I mean, usually if you want a crowbar, all you need is get yourself a feral human who's wielding one. From my own experiences, feral humans were always the best source of crowbars in all my runs. Okay, we're pretty much done with this part of the street. I'm super happy. So let's start wearing all our backpacks. I feel like it really became a lot of those, and let's try and open up this part of the city instead. So gotta get rid of that shotgun too, as much as I like to have it. So we're at encumbrance practically nothing, and here we go. First feral human up ahead. Let's zoom out a bit and aggro that dude. Dead, whatever. So when it comes down to feral humans, streetlights have become my best friends, because they block those rocks for you like a pro. Downside about them is that you can't pull off these mobility tricks as good with them as with any other enemy, because you want to dodge those rocks as much as you can, you know. So there's one doggo after me. No? Doggo, where art thou? I've seen you. Yeah, whatever. Looks like the dog jumped into the house and got lost in there. Yeah, whatever. I really don't mind. Okay. I have that vague memory of a fire axe wielding zombie feral human here. That's why I'm super careful there. It looks like this place here is out of inventory slots. The first enemy just dropped outside on the floor. Closed because of too many people in there. So yeah, there's the axe wielding maniac. But now that I got myself a firearm, I'm much more willing to take that fight than before. Without a firearm though, I really don't want to get into these guys. Unarmored, bad choice. Really bad choice. Even with armor, I don't know. Somebody got a fire axe, I'm always reluctant to take the melee. There we go. Oopsie. Thou shalt not smash thy car. By the way, my sword is going damaged. Should actually consider repairing that. Okay, so the Axeman is upon me. So first things first, we're going to get that We're going to get that shotgun. Let's not make any let's not do any half measures here. Yo, dude, you're supposed to find me now. We're doing this. So again, I'm going really far away, so the boom of the gun doesn't go close to all the other Zeds. Bam! 92 damage. Not bad. So another fun thing about the Fire Axe, it has also a very high prying quality, so we're now officially able to pry open doors, I think. There we go. The value of just one shot out of a gun is massive in this game, but you have to take them with care, those firearms. If you do that in the vicinity of a lot of zombies, it's practically a death sentence because you're going to attract half of the city at once. Okay, so we got this. The fire axe is now safely stored in my backpack, and whenever I'm running around with backpack, I'm now able to get those doors pried open. I'm a happy man now. Seriously, this is a big step up. So, there's another feral. Oh, you know what? We're going to take the fight here. Fire axes are actually also really good weapons. You're knocked down with the medieval fighting style like me here. But keep two things in mind. The stuff that the ferals drop is always very heavily damaged, and repairing these things is pretty difficult. You need a really good fabrication skill to do so, sadly. Beyond that, the fire axe is a weapon like it's made for clobbering zombies. Has exactly the correct amounts of damage, does a lot of damage. The only downside is it's a rather slow weapon, but that's okay because everything in life needs a downside, otherwise it's not okay. Oh yeah, I'm so happy that we got that axe dude down with just one shot. And, I mean, the best part about this is my dude is not really good with firearms, not at all. This was his literal first experience with shotguns. Ugh, well. I really gotta see to crafting myself a Nord. Because this 2x sword is just a shame. I mean, I'm 1 point away from, or just a few slivers away from bashing weapons tier 4. So we're going to be able to get there a bit better, but all in all, I really need a better weapon. This thing is neat and all, but it just doesn't do enough damage. The big problem will arise once the Zeds have more armor. Right now, you know, it's just a patience game. It doesn't really matter. But once the Zeds have more armor, stuff is not really only about patience anymore. The zombies will grow stronger with the passage of time, so the more in-game days will pass, the worse the situation will get, and the worse the enemies will get that run around in town. But for now, we're just safe. And I'm going to get over to this bike here. So let's check out the bike first. Lacking wheels. Alright. Let's not ponder about that any longer. Okay, there's a feral, and oh gosh. Okay, never mind. There's a frickin' army after me. So I want to wear that shotgun just in case that I can't shake off Mr. Axeman. You know, I don't want to get him up there. So what I did there with the street lights also works with trees, I thought, but Obviously not as easy, but whatever. So, this was... Oh, motorcycle armor. Yeah, I was already wondering why this guy was hitting so hard and went down so difficultly. Now, let's get back to the shotgun. My sword is getting destroyed slowly. Last fight battered my sword even worse. There we go. There's just one bad thing about all this. My shotgun only has 2 more shots left, and then it's empty. And I gotta think about something new. Alright. 3 more Zeds and a pretty battered up sword. That's pretty horrible, isn't it? So, let's get these guys into the car. 2 of them already are. Daddy here is not convinced yet, but it's okay. As long as he's just sticking to the front of the car. Alright, there we go. Come on over here! Beautiful. So, luckily all the tools I need are on me. Let's see, what do I need to craft a Lord? More skill for sure. Damn. Okay, well. One thing at a time. So, oh, that's really bad. So, do I still have that baton on me? No. Okay. I need to grab myself a new weapon because my sword is falling apart. This really... If your weapon is on double X, then you're really on in deep trouble. So, let's... Luckily I had that baton on me. Which is maybe not compatible with my knightly stance, but it is at least a bashing weapon and therefore compatible with my skills. Tragically, I think the baton right now is also the better weapon. But here's the thing, these 2x swords and the stuff are just weapons that I can craft indefinitely, indefinite amounts of, you know? Whereas these... stuff like these batons are just limited. Yeah, I can't craft them myself. There we go. Yeah, well, that's a tad bit better, huh? Okay. These guys are so far away from my favorite fighting zone, sadly. Alright, maybe Zombie Cop does provide me yet another baton, who knows? Maybe he's a buddy. So, Mr. Zombie Cop. Well, he got a first aid kit. Not quite. Not quite. Sad. Although I gotta say, a first aid kit is a pretty good piece of loot nevertheless. So, there we go. Where's that crawling Z? There we go. I should pick up those denarii. I think they are a Magiclysm currency thing. Submachine Gun Enthusiast. Wow. That's a magazine name I like to read. So up there is another brainless Zed. Let's take him out. Ow. I just came to accept that brainless Zeds just hurt. No brain does hurt. It's very easy to understand. Okay. Now, let's wear our bajillion containers. You hear a crunch. So here we go. There's fire axe time. That's the fun part now. It even gets better when you are now able to open windows from the outside with that. It's just massive. So what we're now looking for is, let's see, can I make myself already paper gear? No. So obviously I need to practice a little bit of tailoring nevertheless. Okay, okay. Well, one thing at a time. A dust mask? This is always a good thing. You know, oh, a misc repair kit, wonderful. The dust masks are just like the cheapest way of protecting yourself from gas-based attacks. It doesn't come cheaper than that. Never will. Sloppy Joe. Yum. Let's eat it before it goes bad. Alright, there's an apartment tower up ahead. This is going to be a real nice source of loot. There's cat food, and behind there is a safe. I've never cracked open safes. It's another thing that I really want to try in the next time. Maybe I'll find a spell for that too, who knows. Leather jabs. Basketball shirts. I'm still looking for a good piece of gear, good piece of armor just like lying around here. Though my dude doesn't have a belt yet. Or do I? No. Great. Need one. So now that I can move a little bit more freely here, this is really good. First sellers are now available as well. This is where we can start crafting a bit more. And I'm going away from full-on survival mode. Ammonia, wrist bandolier. Rifle cartridges. Well, let's pick that up. I'll forget about that otherwise. These items are bandoliers and the like are really cool, and they're relatively rare too. Like, finding a holster early game is very rare and very, very cool if it happens. Okay, well. There's more Z's. Oh, let's not provoke them for now. So, a sewing kit. Hell yeah, man, I'm lucky this time. So I got a misc repair kit and a sewing kit. That's really practically as good as it gets, because now I can repair my gear. My clothing and my weapons. Big time. Okay, so let's loot the zombie clan car. It's been about time. I've been smacking dudes here for I don't know how long. Isn't that the ammo for my shotgun? I don't think so. Pretzels. Theoretically, you could wash all that clothing, dismantle it, and craft new clothing out of that. We're probably going to be bound to do something like that because, you know, the life of a Cataclysm player is not only about smacking zombies all day. By the way, let's pick that up. So, let's see. What can I do out of a chunk of steel already? Not much. Not much. Home wrecker, though. Okay, at least something. Simple mace. Cool. I'm already able to craft myself the trench mace and the like. Okay, well, let's see. I need something that teaches me tailoring. Oh yeah, perfect. Blindfold. This is a dirty cheap trick. So now we got the blindfold. Now you just take the blindfold, disassemble it, and craft it right again. And this year you keep doing now until you've learned tailoring. It's just a silly method, but it works. So yeah, here. So now I got tailoring 1 because I crafted enough blindfolds. There we go. Let's reload that shotgun. Bam. Nice. And let's see. I might think that I got now access to the stuff like the book. Paper gods there. Oh, it's fabrication. I already had that the whole time. I just didn't notice. Damn. Anywho, that's what we're going to look for now. Paper and duct tape. I mean, it doesn't hurt that I brought up my fabrication like that. My tailoring. Never does. So, let's deconstruct that chair here. I do this because I know this brings me a ton of rags, and I'm going to be able to craft myself a new 2x sword. Because I really, really want to keep that... I really want to keep that expandable baton a alternative weapon. Something that we're not going to use every time. The 2x sword is excellent. I can recraft it. It goes well with my fighting style. There's nothing bad about that. Okay, so I got lots of material for bandages. Like, look at that. Wealth of bandages now. So sadly the 2x sword doesn't fit into the leather belt there. That's tragic. It's always tragic when that doesn't work. So, do I have a screwdriver already? I think that's one piece of gear I'm missing. Okay. So, plundering kitchens is another very, very important step. Because those kitchens, they have everything you need to get going. So, 1 sponge. It's a very important thing. Pickled meat. And let's see, can I already craft the washing set here? The washboard here. You craft 1 washboard out of a plank and some knife. And then you can craft the washing kit out of a sponge and that washboard. This is extremely valuable because the washing kit basically allows you to pick up all that filthy clothing from the street and transform it into wearable clothing. Or, I mean, my character is squeamish, so he doesn't wear anything that comes from a dead person and is filthy. But otherwise, you shouldn't wear filthy clothing to begin with, simply because it just if you get wounded while you're wearing that stuff, there's a high chance of infection because, you know, filthy clothing. You get the idea. So therefore, really, do yourself a favor. 400 duct tape. That's a big haul. Okay, wonderful. So we're only needing the paper now. For that, I really like to disassemble those books that don't need any, that don't bring any knowledge. But I think I should just loot them for now and dismantle them later. There's so much stuff that we could loot here now in the city. Or we will loot. I mean, I have fought very, very hard to get myself into this here. And we're not going to get ourselves away from that. So... okay. No bad surprises down here? Nice. I mean, there is a decent chance that I'm also going to use one of these houses as my new headquarters. All I need to find is a house that has an upstairs and is somewhere far away from the center of the city, as long as it's not cleansed. Rubber boots. Rubber boots are nice, and so far that they are very Very good against acid. So, well, undershirt, light jacket. We could use a sweater too. But all in all, I'd say, clothing-wise, I am quite well together here. Okay. More alcohol wipes, antiseptics, awesome. This is just as good as it can get. Alright, let's just start disassembling all those books here. Let's get ourselves some paper out of these. There we go. And now, paper arm guards and leg guards. They come with some encumbrance, but they are 3 points of armor between you and your limbs. Between the zombies and your limbs. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, we got this right. And now there's even some paper left. Nice. We're going to be upgrading that in the next time with scrap armor, I think. But for the time being, it's just awesome. Alright, so we're now at an encumbrance of 11. But that's pretty much because I wear that shotgun too, Andre. So here. So torso is okay. Left arm and right arm are now more encumbered. Because we got this. Okay, we got a sweater, a light jacket, and those arm guards. But I don't regret anything. So here we go. The wonders of a bike on the street never cease to amaze me. So here we go. Bandages. Nice. Like, bandages are practically the best material to find out there. A grape drink. Cheers, dude. Okay, so we're able to get ourselves ahead. There's zombie dogs. Well, the Z dogs are always a problem. But I guess it's very soon time to start crafting a bit back at home. So I got skill points available. Ooh, well, all that zombie clobbering got me a level up. So I really wonder what I should level up. I'm somewhat intrigued to level up intelligence, because intelligence makes all your crafting go faster. And that's something I really like. Because do believe me one thing, you craft a lot in this game. The other option, of course, is, as usual, increasing your strength, because you know, strength is just pretty much a no-brainer. Oh dear, there's a lot of commotion out there. But at least I got myself a couple of bicycles and the like. It's always good. Although, with 2 fatties, it's a bit unfortunate. And that thing is standing wrongly. But oh. I could use a different angle of those. So, there we go. I didn't see that zombie dock coming up at all, somehow. But we got ourselves a multi-tool here. Nice. Okay, so I'd say we're going to get ourselves back with our loot into our bat cave, or practically trying to loot up a little bit here. I'm very much wounded. My weapon is battered up, and I think one of the most important things now to do next is to find something, let's see, something to increase my fabrication skill with, because I know that I can make a lot of cool things that will allow me to survive better, but right now my fabrication skill's not high enough to do so. So I guess I will do some grinding off camera, maybe. I'm not sure about that. We'll see about that. Maybe I'll do it on camera too. Can't tell for sure yet, but I think it's time to rest up and do some and do some processing out of all the things that I've gained already, because access to all these houses is much more massive than it might look at this point. Anywho, thanks a lot for your time, attention, and your good comments, and I'm really appreciating all your feedback. Drop me your further comments down there. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily content coming up from my side. See you guys there, and have a good one. Bye-bye.